started one of life's most useless side quests. College. See, I don't like college. Low-key kind of sucks, but I want my diploma. In order to finish this and get to here, I have to do my work. What's the easiest way to do a project like Project 4? And so I thought, how can I make this about Clash Royale? You see, I don't really know what this class is about. This class is like about learning or something, or numbers. I don't even know what it's about. But if I can make it about Clash Royale, then I might care, and that can help me get my diploma. Okay, so here's my foolproof plan. Start the project, play Clash Royale, finish the project. Boom. So I started off the project like any good student. I opened ChatGPT, I pasted in the assignment instructions, and I said, help. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that. I use Google Gemini. Me and Gemini, we discovered, this is gonna be a lot to edit, bruh. Me and Gemini found a great data set to use from the hit video game Clash Royale. Came out in 2016. I kept going back and forth on like what the data was supposed to be and like what I wanted to analyze. I was like, oh, I want to find the best deck. I want to find something that helps me, the player. And I was like, wait, that's not a business scenario. And so I was like, okay, how do I turn this into a business scenario? We find the best deck, and then we sell it to people. We found a data set that wasn't freaking massive, but actually had valuable stuff in it. It was just a bunch of battle logs from the month of December in the year 2021. I'll come back to that. So I did what any normal person would do. I went to Kaggle, I downloaded the CSV, and I uploaded it to Gemini. And Mr. Gemini said, yeah, I can do the analysis for you, but low-key, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and it kind of scares me whenever I just throw stuff into Gemini and get an output. So I was like, hey, Mr. Gemini, let's use Python. And so basically I had this guy write code for me to do the analysis on the data set. Man, I need to pay my editors more. Where was I? No idea. Gone. I haven't used Python in a million freaking years. That's where my boy Visual Studio Code comes in. This guy is an IDE that runs Python. And so basically I installed this John, realized that I had to actually install Python anyway. I don't know what the frick I'm doing. Forget what I was saying. Let me talk about the code real quick. So basically what the code was doing, it was trying to find the decks with the highest win rates and find the usage rates of the deck. It's hot in here. All right, we back with the new fit. Basically, I was asking Gemini, hey, can you make a code to analyze this data and compare usage rates and win rates? That analysis pointed out two important things to me. Is one, we've got meta decks, which is very high usage and a somewhat okay win rate. And then you've got the hidden gem decks. These are decks with super low usage, but very high win rates. All right, hold up. I need to talk about the hidden gems. So basically what my analysis returned is that the number one deck with like a 79% win rate or something was the 4-spell Rocket Cycle. And I was like, brother, ain't no way. Number 2, AQ Bridge Spam, Archer Queen. And number 3, I forgot. This one, a little more believable to me. So you know what I had to do? I had to go try it out for myself. So I hopped on Clash, copied the deck, and I was like, brother, there is actually no way that this deck is going to be any good. My win condition is freaking Rocket, and I've got Knight and Ice Wizard. Hello? No one wins with 4 spells, bruh. And my first match was actually started off going pretty good. You know, I thought I was doing all right. I think I'm just unk status when it comes to Clash Royale because, bro, I misplayed so hard on some of these plays. Maybe that's because I was stressing. I was like, bro, Dr. Straw is gonna watch my gameplay. I gotta clutch, and I didn't. So anyway, I lost the first game. Maybe it was a fluke because I'm just bad at the game. Then I tried a second and third time, and that's where things started to pick up. Just kidding, I actually lost, I think probably worse on both of those games. You know, I don't know. I was like, this is where I'm starting to low-key question the whole thing, and I start to question like, what am I doing? Imagine my surprise when I go to Royale API, search this deck, and it's a freaking real deck, and the win rate's like an 85% on the website. So I was like, shoot, my data analysis was actually not tripping. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just an outlier, maybe I'm just bad with that deck, I don't know. But I was like, okay, we gotta keep trying. So I went on to the AQ bridge spam, boom, easy dub, you know how it goes. He gave up in the middle of the match, so I was like, okay, kind of doesn't count, I gotta play it again. And low-key, that's actually a great deck. I actually haven't seen it a lot. You know, obviously it's a hidden gem. In the third deck, I'll put it on the screen, but honestly, I didn't care to play it. I didn't even make it. Now, after I won these matches, that's when I started stressing. And I realized, I'm not predicting anything. I just found some cool decks. Basically, I'm not like solving a business problem by saying, hey, this is a good deck. That's when I realized I needed a model that was actually predictive in some form. So I was like, okay, if we've got these hidden gem decks, let's try and prove that if they're, hidden gems, low usage rate, but high quality, that these decks are actually worth using, which is a selling point that I can actually use in a business perspective. You know the saying, do today, do today. I really hope it's rolling right now. It'd be really awkward if this wasn't rolling. Okay, so I made the second model, and the second model basically just predicted win probability based on the deck. What this analysis revealed, after fighting back and forth Gemini like a million times and making 800 Python documents, what I found out is that win probability is hugely affected by deck quality. This is good. This means my whole project wasn't for nothing. The first graph shows that skill matters, but not that much. And when we're measuring skill here, like I said, it's just the trophy count. The second graph is just showing the importance of the deck you're using. It's actually 3.5 times more important than the skill gap between the players. Based on what deck you're using, my model can predict your probability of winning. All right, so what's the point? Basically, the business scenario that I made up is that I work for Supercell. I'm just trying to make money for Supercell. That's the business scenario anyway. And so I'm trying to use this battle data to make a model that will find these hidden gem decks, prove that they're actually worth buying, and then we can put those in the store every month. I just analyzed 1 month. And so basically what I was thinking is like, this is a proof of concept for the Supercell squad. They can do like a monthly review to find the hidden gem decks and make a monthly event where there's like 3 hidden gem decks that you have to use in this event, and then they feature those in the store so people will buy them. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Okay, I should probably talk about the model I use in a little more depth. I used a multivariable logistic regression model. And so basically I use that because we need to predict a binary outcome, win versus loss, based on multiple driving factors. So 1, we controlled for skill. I'm definitely not reading a script, by the way. Why did we control for skill? We didn't want to just measure who's a better player, so we included trophy difference in the model to mathematically level the playing field. We also isolated the value of the product. Basically, by adding deck quality as a second variable, the model proved that the deck itself has an independent, positive impact on winning. Basically, just to conclude that is our model proves that we aren't selling snake oil. We're selling a statistical advantage. When a customer buys a hidden gem deck, they're buying a mathematically higher probability of winning their next match. I know this wasn't a standard presentation, but I think it kind of covers my process, and it's probably, I hope, a little more entertaining than a boring slideshow. Get wrecked, everyone. I think just some takeaways from the project is, since this class is all about learning, what I learned is that school's a lot easier if you make it about Clash Royale, the hit video game from 2016. I kind of hate AI. I kind of love it at the same time. The second thing I learned from this project is that large language models are actually super helpful, but you can't take their first output. There's so many times when Gemini would tell me some crazy random thing, and I'd be like, bruh, what are you doing? And so I think it's really important to like read through all of your outputs, like revise it. Super easy to just like tweak something, in another prompt. And so basically it was just like iterating until I got it right. And so that's what I did with the like the models. I had like 9 Python programs we had to go through, and then like a ton of crappy graphs I had to like work on and stuff. I think I found my new deck. This deck right here. It's goated. All right, I guess that's it. But yeah, that's all I got.